had to replace the blade on a lawnmower? Maybe you need to sharpen it, or maybe you just want to put a whole new blade on it. Well, in this video, we're going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm Monica.
And I'm Jack.
And we're with the Gardening Products Review. To remove the blade, you're going to need a couple of tools. The one that's going to be the easiest to use is this one, which is a socket wrench. And that's something that not everybody has. So if you don't have that, don't worry about it. You could use just a regular wrench or an adjustable crescent wrench. The thing you've got to make sure is that the opening on this, or the size of your socket, is going to fit over the nut on the blade. We're going to be showing you how to replace the blade using this cordless mower. It's a nice one from Redback. We do have a review of that on our website if you want to check it out at gardeningproductsreview.com. What we're going to do with this mower is exactly the same as what you would do with an electric corded mower or with a gas mower. There are just a few different steps at the very beginning. So first things first, safety, really important. You want to make sure that this is not going to start when you've got it upside down and your hand's in there trying to get the blade out of there. So with a electric mower like this one, we're going to remove the battery before we do anything. And if you had a corded electric, obviously you would unplug it. Now with a gas mower, would you do anything different, Jack?
Yeah, with a gas mower, we'd actually recommend that you run the gasoline to its end, go mow your lawn until your gas runs out. The reason being is that when you flip your mower on the side, the gas will start leaking out the side. The other thing that you want to do on a gasoline mower is remove the spark plug wire so that there's no incident of the mower actually starting.
Right. Safety first.
I would suggest wearing a pair of gloves. You're dealing with a sharp mower blade. They're also nice when you're cleaning out the underside of your mower, which is an opportune time to do that when you've got it up on its side. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to take the bolt out of the center of the mower blade. We're going to turn the bolt in the same direction that the actual blades are cutting. So in this instance, I'm going to turn the bolt in this direction.
It's the straight edge here that's the cutting side. This is the side that makes it mulch and chop things up, right? So it's the sharp edge that you're looking for, and that's the direction the blade is going to spin. Now there are also mowers that have really different looking blades. They've got, it looks like there's almost two blades stacked on top of each other, but again, one side's going to be straight. That's the direction it's moving. And then there are some mowers, like remember the Greenworks twin blade mower. It's got two separate blades. So what we're going to show here is exactly the same thing as you're going to do with that, except you're going to do twice, right? If there are two bolts, there are two blades, you just got to take them both out. Okay, so you're going to spin this, turn this in the direction that the blades are turning.
Yep.
Now you might run into a situation where this bolt is really, really tight because these are made to be self-tightening. The more it spins, the tighter it gets. One way you can get that bolt out is by using something called a breaker bar. So Jack has one here, which you just put on the end with your socket. And what it does, with a longer handle, it gives you a lot more leverage. So you can really crank on that thing to get it nice and loose. If you don't have a breaker bar, you can always use with your wrench, you can put a pipe over the end. Again, you're just trying to make the handle longer so that you have more leverage.
Right, you can also do it with your socket wrench as well. You can put a pipe over this to get the same distance or leverage. Put a pipe that's about that long onto your socket or your wrench, as Monica was saying.
Okay, so what do you do next, right? You've got this loosened. I know you have a trick that you do with a piece of wood instead of having to hold on to the blade.
Yeah, normally I take a piece of 2x4 and I'll actually stick it in the place where it would actually jam the blade. So this might be a good demonstration where you have to spin the bolt in this direction, same way as the cutting blade. So you jam a piece of 2x4, a piece of wood or a stick in there, and you just, after you start to loosen it, or if you need to use your breaker bar, you just literally start cranking on it, and it'll eventually loosen.
Okay. So then you're able to just take this bolt out. Oh, okay, so there's a piece. Do not lose this, all right? You don't want to lose this piece.
Right, and the other important thing that you're seeing here is that this particular blade, so that it doesn't spin on the actual shaft itself, has two posts that stick out here. So when I take this off, you'll be able to see that I've got a couple of holes here, and I've got two posts. So it's really important to align these two together when you're putting the blade back on, because if you didn't align it, your blade is going to eventually spin right off the mower.
Now, there's something that I kind of notice with this blade, and that it has an arrow. It actually is telling you the direction in which it spins. It spins this way. That's your cutting edge. So take a look at your blade. Not all of them are going to have this, but some of them are going to have a direction indicator, which is a really nice feature. And this part is going to look a little bit different on every mower, but they are all going to have something like this that's going to hold the blade in place so it doesn't just randomly spin around.
That's true.
So you've got it off now. Great. So you can sharpen it or you can get a new one. What do you do next? You put it back on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
now it's really important here. One thing to note is to put it on correctly.
right. So make sure that it's facing the right way when you put it back
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Basically, what you want to have here is that you want to have the cutting blade down as low to the ground as possible. If you had a mower where you could actually flip the blade over, then you'd have the mulching portion of the blade close to the ground, and that's not what you want. So again, get that blade nice and close to the ground.
Okay. So you hold it in place, and then you're going to put this back in, right?
Yep, you basically have a bolt and a washer on the bottom of it.
So basically, whatever comes off has to go back on in the same order. So if you're in any doubt, lay the pieces out in the order they came off so that you can put them back in the same order.
Yep.
Okay, and then you tighten it up.
Yeah, we're going to tighten this counter to the actual blade itself. And again, I use closed end wrenches, or you can use an open end wrench. This will work fine as well. But you can push down on the blade and you can push down on the wrench simultaneously to tighten this. Many people will ask, well, how tight shall I actually tighten it? In a perfect world, you'd have a torque wrench, which would actually give you the specifications, but most people don't own those.
Yeah, I have one of those sitting in my garage.
Exactly. So without a torque wrench, our suggestion is you just tighten it as tight as you possibly can. So again, wearing gloves and pushing down on this wrench as tight as you possibly can, that's going to give you a nice, secure fit.
And again, as this thing spins, it's designed to self-tighten to some extent. I mean, if you put it on there really loose, it's not going to self-tighten. But if you've got it tight, you should be fine.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all there is to it, right?
Yeah, pretty easy.
Flip it back up. You'd on a gas mower, connect the spark plug again, put the battery back in your cordless, and you're ready to go.
Yep. And put some gasoline in your gasoline mower.
So that's how simple it is to remove and replace a blade. Now, keep watching our channel. We've got some videos for you on how to sharpen this and make sure it's properly balanced, because that's another part of being able to mow a really good lawn. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a little box right down there. And check out our website at gardeningproductsreview.com. I'm Monica.
And I'm Jack.
And we're with the Gardening Products Review. That was stupid.